Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe, Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm making one of my all-time favorite game day snacks, pulled pork stuffed jalapeno poppers. Stay tuned. All right, so what we're starting with is 6 really large jalapenos here. I've got some bacon, thick cut bacon. I've got some smoked pulled pork that I smoked the other day. In fact, I'm gonna leave a link right up here so you guys can see that video. What I like to do is any leftover meats that I have, I vacuum seal them in packages like this. Put the date, this was December the 28th when I smoked this pulled pork. This was a pulled pork that I made with nothing but salt and pepper. And it's absolutely delicious. I've got some Muenster cheese here. And then I've got this all-purpose barbecue rub from Victory Lane Barbecue that I'm going to sprinkle on top of the jalapeno poppers. I've already split a jalapeno popper here. I'm sorry, a jalapeno here. I'm going to show you how I did that. So again, these are really large. You can see I got a pretty large hand. So these are really, really large jalapenos. What I like to do to split the jalapenos, and so you end up with that handle, if you will, just grab your knife and go right in between the stem of the jalapeno, just like that. And then go ahead and slice it in half or cut it in half. And then pull it apart like this. And both of your jalapenos have a handle. So I like my jalapeno poppers a little bit hot. So I'm going to leave some of that vein in there, but I'm going to get the majority of these seeds out. And if you have friends or family that don't like real hot jalapenos, take all the entire vein out. I'm going to leave some of that in there because that contains some pretty good heat. So I can do one more for you here. Take all the seeds out. Just like that. Ooh, these are spicy. I can smell them. And then I'm going to leave some of the veins in the jalapeno because I like some of that heat. Okay, just like that. Now to stuff these jalapeno poppers, what I start with is a little bit of Muenster cheese, just a little bit, on the bottom, just like that. Okay, and go ahead and press down, get that Muenster cheese smashed in there. If you guys have ever wondered what this reddish color on the Muenster cheese is, that's a paprika. It's not very hot, but they use paprika on the outside of it. So the second step, let me move this cheese. Second step is to grab some of your pulled pork here. Don't be shy with it. And this is cold, okay? Again, I took it out of the freezer. It's been thawing out for a day in my fridge. So go ahead and put your pulled pork on there, maybe a little bit more. Just like that. And when it's cold, it holds itself together pretty nice, just like that. Okay, next up, grab your bacon and start on one end and just wrap it around nice and tight. You can pull on your bacon a little bit, just like that. Okay, so there's the jalapeno popper itself. Now the all-purpose barbecue rub, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit around the entire surface of that bacon. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to be placing these on these sheets that I like to use on my smokers, just like this. Okay, I also want to take the time to recommend a channel that I absolutely love. It's Chef Boy RG. Ryan's got an amazing channel. He's got really good editing, video editing skills, and I really like what he's doing with his channel. I believe he's at 960 subscribers. Guys, give him some love. I'm gonna leave a link up top here to his channel. Check him out. Again, I think you'll love his channel as well. So I'm gonna get the rest of these stuffed and I'll bring you guys back. Stay tuned. All right, so we got the jalapeno poppers completely wrapped up. And again, I sprinkled some of the Victory Lane all-purpose barbecue rub on the outside of them just for extra flavor. One thing that I wanted to mention is don't put your cheese away because once this bacon is nice and crispy on the outside, I'm going to sprinkle some of this Muenster cheese on the top of that and get some of that melt action on top of these jalapeno poppers. I'm going to be smoking these in my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker at 350 degrees. So we'll see you outside. Stay tuned. All right, so my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker is up to temperature. Again, 350 degrees. I am using B&B mesquite pellets. And here are the jalapeno poppers. So I'm going to put them in just like that. Check back in about 30 minutes and probably give them a rotate. So stay tuned. All right, so we're 30 minutes into the cook. Let's take a look at our poppers. Oh yeah, looking good, looking good. Got some of the cheese that's melting over here. So now the poppers are where in the front, will be in the back. Just like that. Looks like this one's split open. Looks like a piece of the bacon split open. You can see how much pulled pork I put in there. Now I made them really nice and thick. So I put a heaping amount of the pulled pork on there. So let's give it another 30 minutes and we'll come back and check on them. Stay tuned. All right, so we're 1 hour into the cook now. Let's take a look at these poppers. Oh yes, getting some really nice color on these poppers here. Look at that, still not as crispy as I want them to be. So I'm just gonna rotate these. Be careful because it's hot. Just like that. So I say probably another 20 minutes just to get that bacon extra crispy. So at that point, I'll bring you guys back and we'll put that cheese on the top of these. So stay tuned. All right, so 1 hour and 20 minutes into the cook now. And oh yeah, that bacon is just the way I like it, getting nice and crispy. Perfect. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the muenster cheese on top of the poppers. Just like that. It's all right if you get some all over this sheet here. Don't worry about that. Oh, it's falling off. This is going to melt over the top of these poppers here. Perfect. Try to recover some of this cheese that's fallen off here. Just like that. Go ahead and rotate these. Oh yeah, these are going to be delicious. So I'm going to get the cheese on the rest of these, give it another 10 minutes or so, and we'll see you guys inside. So stay tuned. All right, so the jalapeno poppers are ready, and the total cook time was 1 hour and 25 minutes. About 5 minutes after I put the cheese on the top is when I pulled them, just to get the cheese to melt like you see here. So they smell really good. Only thing left to do is to give them a taste. So here we go. You can see the bacon is nice and crispy. The cheese is melted. It's probably still pretty hot. I'm going to burn my mouth, but here we go. Cheers. Look at that. Very, very tasty. A little bit of spice. Man, these are perfect for game day. Invite the boys over, chill out in your man cave, enjoy these amazing pulled pork stuffed jalapeno poppers. Hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here. Until next time, Joe Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya.